Hello everyone. Welcome to Fall Semester 2022. My name is Mike Murphy. I'm a professor of English here at Pellissippi State. This video is simply a means through which for me to introduce myself to you and also to welcome you to Modern American Literature, English 2120. This class is entirely asynchronous, and if this is a new way for you to participate in a course, then join the club. It's also new for me. I have taught online classes before that had a standard Zoom meeting time each week, and most of my in-person classes have some form of online component as well. This is the first course that I've ever taught where basically the time with which you will find to do the work and to complete the assignments and to do the readings will be entirely on your own. This is a self-paced class. And what that means is there's an extra level of responsibility upon you to not only get the work done, but also to reach out to me if you need anything throughout the course. And I've made numerous ways for you to do that. The easiest way is just to send me an email. If you ever need to reach out to me, send me an email. My email address is jmmurphy@pstcc.edu. You will find that email address in several places throughout the Brightspace content. There is an announcement that contains my email address below this video that you're watching right now. There's also a copy of my email address stored in the syllabus, which is in the content section of Brightspace. I usually prefer to communicate through standard Pellissippi webmail as opposed to the in-house Brightspace messaging system. That is not to say that I will not get an email that you send to me through Brightspace. It simply means that I might not get to it as quickly. I have to be sitting at my computer in order to see that you've sent me an email, whereas if you send me an email through webmail, I can get it on my phone and get back to you fairly quickly. You may also get in touch with me via our dedicated office hour time. For this class, I've set aside office hour time on Tuesday afternoon from 3 to 4 and Thursday morning from 8 to 9. Now, that simply means that those are the hours that I will be either in my office or sitting at home in front of my computer waiting to receive emails from you or waiting in our dedicated Zoom room for you to log in and speak to me in person. The link that you can access our virtual office hours is also contained both on the announcements page and in the syllabus. That is not to say that you are forbidden from visiting me in person during the actual office hours where I am physically present on campus. Since I probably won't see many of your faces, when you do visit me, you may want to just very briefly introduce yourself. But if you happen to find yourself on campus because you take other classes throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I also have office hours available. Monday, Wednesday, I have office hours available. And you can find those times listed in the schedule, which is directly under the syllabus in course content in Brightspace. Each week you will be given new reading assignments, new discussion posts, and some other miscellaneous activities to complete throughout the week. The timeliness of those is upon you, but the deadline for each week's assignment is at the end of the day on Friday each week. At the beginning of the next week, a new set of content, a new unit in course content, and new discussion posts and quizzes will be made available for you at that time. And once again, you'll have all week basically to get those done. If you ever have any trouble finding anything in Brightspace or navigating the content, because there is a lot there, again, just don't hesitate to reach out to me through email or through office hours, and I'll see what I can do to guide you as well as I can. However, this being a sophomore level class, there is a certain expectation that you kind of know your way around a class like this. Even if you've never taken a class specifically in an asynchronous format, you should know how to conduct yourselves accordingly as a student and to reach out to your professor, that's me, should you need any help or assistance finding anything. As far as week one's content goes, there is some reading, and you can find that on the schedule in course content, and you can also access just a brief introductory discussion post which will be available to you and linked to you in content and also available directly on the discussion post page. The quizzes are due every week. They cover the pages in the textbook that are assigned each week. You will need to get the textbook for this course. There are a handful of supplementary readings that are already available for you on Brightspace, but a large majority of the content will be coming from the Norton 9th edition, shorter version of Modern American Literature. That's really all for now. Week 1 is intended to just sort of be a passport into the course. So go to the discussion page, introduce yourself. I'll be there as well. I'll be talking and responding along with the rest of you. Take a look at the initial Week 1 discussion posts. Let me know if you have any questions. As far as the broad scale of this course, we are covering American literature that was written since the Civil War. That means we're going to be covering a lot of content that will bring us very close to the era in which we live in now. We very likely won't be reading anything from the 2020s, but we will be reading things that you will see as familiar and recognize in the world of literature, because this is the culture that you live in, and this is roughly the time period that you live in, and you likely have relatives who have read and studied and heard of this stuff, and all of this came out at a time where people you know are still alive. This isn't reading dusty old literature from the 1800s. We're reading things that still have an impact on the world we live in today. Because of that, we're going to be discussing content, some of which is somewhat controversial and difficult to talk about. We are going to be discussing literature from somewhat unsavory periods in our country's history, but we're also going to be reading literature that has helped over the years to define what it really means to be an American and what it means to be a citizen of this country and this culture and the art that germinates from it. We are going to be starting with good old Mark Twain. There's going to be a quiz and some readings from him that will be due by the end of this first week. But mostly this first week is just welcome, get yourself oriented, get yourself comfortable, introduce yourself to each other, and introduce yourself to me. And we will hit the ground running even more next week. That's all for now. Welcome to the course. I hope you've had a good summer. I hope you're ready to do some good work and to read a lot and discuss a lot and to have some good things to say. As always, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me in however you can and whatever you're comfortable. If it's possible for me to meet you in person, I will absolutely do so. But for now, dive in, stick a toe in the water, see if you can navigate the content of the course on your own. Let me know if I can help. Welcome to Modern American Literature. I look forward to the semester.